Hello and welcome everyone. Good afternoon to all who are present in this live streaming session. I am Aditya Kumar Shah and I am thrilled to be hosting this session for Dolphin Markets. I specialize in forex and stock trading, and I also bring with years of experience in equity advisory, portfolio management and market analysis to this platform where I deal with fundamental analysis. Talking about my background and expertise over my career, I had a privilege of managing a portfolio worth over 150 crores in INR terms, where I have delivered compounded returns of more than 60 to 70% to all of my clients. My expertise lies in creating the data driven strategies with a strong focus on fundamental analysis. This are included with in-depth review of financial statements such as income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statements, combined with the industry analysis, peer comparison, valuation metrics, and SWOT analysis, and also what will be the actionable insights, what will be the investment advice for you to look into it. Also, uh, on what chances can enhance the company performances. We look after that too. All this accumulates in a well-rounded investment advice to help clients make informed decisions. And regarding that only, we will be doing our analysis for Hindustan oil exploration in today. Just look at it. We have been holding these stocks for long. It is one of our first few calls which we are holding till date, and we have made an average of 3 to 4 times in this stock. So, what will be the purpose of this live streaming? In afternoon session, we will review our stock holding first. What stock holding we are having currently, right? What stock holding we are having, also, we will go through our stock tracking, whatever our tracking performance has been generated till date, and how we are being able to generate a lot of profit for you. We will explain the concept of that also. Also, we will go through the current market scenario, what our holding is performing currently. Also, we will go through the profit tracking sheet to analyze returns and track the progress against our financial goals. What is holding to make a tremendous returns in stock tracking? So we will just go through that. Also, we will also go to the deep detail analysis of a stock portfolio, right? And we will do the fundamental analysis of Hindustan oil exploration today. We will review the key matrices, market movements, and potential adjustments, right? Which will be based on recent levels. Whatever the recent performances we are seeing, it will be based fully on that. So this is your chance to see how a structured approach to investing using fundamental analysis can drive consistent result over time. Just remember that using fundamental analysis, you will be able to generate greater returns. So, hi Sophia, good to see you in this live streaming session. So, if you have any questions during the live session, please feel free to drop them in comments and I will address as many as I can. Don't forget to like this live streaming and subscribe to our channel for more insights on the stock market. For reviewing what we will go through review our yesterday achievement and look how our stocks have performed till now. So let's first discuss the performances where we have booked a lot of profit yesterday. Looking at the hindware, we have made our positions at the level of 295 to 305. In that, we are able to achieve the profitability today. We were able to easily exit these hindware positions as of now. So looking into the gains which we have made has been tremendous and we are able to generate you with the good profits in Hindware Limited. So we had our first position target at 330 to 335 and the second position target was at 340 to 345. So just look into it what it is doing as of now. So we'll just go through the Hindware because it is recently added in our holding. So looking in the Hindware, you can see it is positive by 3.98%. Hindware HME Innovations is positive by 3.98%. And it has increased by 10 point today, right? Whatever we our target was at the level of between 10 and 310 to 315, we are able to achieve. Just look at the level it is holding as of now. So if you look at the level, it has made a high of today. It has made a high of 317, and the low was around. I'll just look into the daily chart to know the high and low. So today it has made a high of 317 and a low of 299. So from the starting of the day only, it is very bullish, and we have shown you what could be the resistance of this stocks. Currently, it is at resistance only. It is trading at resistance. We have to look if it is breaking with a good volumes. The volumes also plays an important role. We have talked a lot about these things in the morning session. When it is breaking with a good volume, it has a very good chance that it will do great and will provide you with the good returns in Hindware AP. So on Friday itself, we have provided you with the recommendation. Just look at the date which we have provided. On the day of 13th of December, we have provided you with the solution with the stock in where the date is given, the stock code where it is listed, either it is in NSE or in BSE. So it was in NSE. We can find Hindware AP in NSE also, in BSE also. We recommend to buy that stock any exchange you are possible, but there are few scripts which we get in BSE only, not in NSE. So like IP rings, we are able to purchase in the BSE stock exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, but not in NSE, because NSE requires a lot of regulatory requirements are there in NSE to be listed. The stock to be listed in NSE require a lot of regulatory requirements are there. So there are only few stocks in NSE. Suppose there are only 2000 stocks till date, till we are talking, listed in NSE. On around 2000 stocks are listed in NSE, and there are 6000 stocks are listed in BSE. So most of the small cap stocks we see are generally listed in BSE only, not in NSE. So that's why we provide with the stock code, like exchange code, so that you will be easily able to find the stock. Either if you are trading in NSE or BSE, you will be able to find that on a platform, right? We have provided with the entry times and entry price at 295 to 305, also with the 5% target price 310 to 320, and the first position target is a 330 to 335. Let's look, will it be able to break with the good volumes or not. If it is able to break with a good volume, we will be seeing that it is making some good gains in the market, right? The position size of the holding will be 10 to 15%. So just remember to invest your 10 to 15% of the money in any of the stock. Don't increase your position size by a lot. So these are the holdings we are having currently. If we look at the profit tracking strategy, on the morning itself today we have booked our profit at the Hindware. We have been discussing about that. Hindware, we have already booked the profit in it by 5%, right? Why we always tell to book your profit between the 5 to 10%? Most of our profit, if we see, has generated you with the return of 5 to 10%, because it saves you from the volatility, it saves you from the uncertainties which we can face in the market, right? We have seen in Hindustan Hindware Limited only that it has reached a high of 317, where was our target price, and now it is trading around 310. So the profit booking was seen at the level of 317 to 315, and after that the stock has fallen a mark. So that's why, to remain your profit in your pocket, to make the consistent gain, we provide with the levels that you are that are helpful to book profit for you and make consistent gain in the market, right? And we have closed this trade in just one trading session. Friday we have provided you with the recommendation to entry at the hindware, and just today the morning, Monday morning, we are able to exit that. So just look at the gains which we are giving to you in just one trading session. We are able to provide you with the returns of 315, with the returns of 5% at the target price of 315. So talking till now, the profitability of ours, if you look, we have generated a profit of 232% profit in just 37 trades, and we have only dealing with the stocks in just 3 months, right? In last 3 months we have made a profitability of 232%. 232%, just imagine the profitability which we are able to generate for you. In not It has been not that we are making profit on a hidden basis. All of the things which we provided to you, we give it on a live streaming basis. So whatever the calls which we are generating, whatever the strategy which we are providing, is on the live streaming basis. We provide with the all stocks, where it is listed the time of the stocks, when we have entered that stocks, the direction. Long, mostly we go for a long only, because if the stock falls down, we will be able to make a good average at the down price, and when the stock goes to the average price, we will be able to save our money on that. And if the stock grows, even if it goes to the first entry price, we will be able to make a smart exit at the profitability. So that's why the averaging out concept is very important. Now looking at the trade close, we also provide with the dates where we have closed the trades. So each and everything, also the target price, profit percentage. So each and everything which we provide is on a live streaming basis, right? You can just come on a live streaming basis and watch all the details, right? Whatever the strategy we are generating for you. Also remember, from the starting of January, we will be switching to the VIP mode, where we will be dealing only with the clients who are serious in making money, right? So till it is free, take most benefit out of it. Once we go for the VIP mode, we will be dealing with the clients who will be uh, with the clients who are serious in making money. So just remember to be serious and be attentive in the live session, so that when we go to the VIP mode, you will be able to know about that, and you will be able to gain consistent return in the market, right? So this was our returns which we have generated. The holdings, if you look at our holding, so Hindustan Oil, Hindware we have provided at the level of 3295 to 2305. This was the entry price. Just look at the entry price, 305 to 295, and our target price was at the level of 310, 315, right? So we are easily able to exit that. We are able to make 15 points gain. Even if you have bought at the level of 300, the 15-point gains come to be 5%, and we are able to exit at that. And when if you have entered at 295, the 5% gain was at 310 only. So you are able to make a good profit in the Hindware in just one day. And with a good volume tradings, we are expecting more highs to come in that. So currently, if you see, the market is negative by 100 points. The Poonawalla FinCorp is negative by 1.01%. The RBL Bank is positive. The Muthoot Microfinance, if you look, is negative by 0.15%. The DDEV Plastic is negative by minus 3.66%. Hindustan Oil Exploration is negative by 0.22%. So it is very good to hear, Grace, that this stock have made a profit for you this morning, right? And you are able to book your profit in this Hindware Limited. We will just updating about it what we are having as of now and how we are able to make a smart exit on that. So this was the update we were having. It is very good to see that most of you are making profit from our calls. We are very happy to know about that. Kriti Industries, if you see, it is positive by 166.80 rupees. IP Ring is trading at 203 and it is negative by 1.60 percentage. Annapurna Swadist, if you see, look, 376.50 and it is positive by 1.80%. So these are the levels which we are having, right? So these are the performance which we are having as of now. If we go at the Punawala, we will just go through the charts and the holdings which it has been doing. We are going through the Punawala as of now. But before that, before going to Punawala, we will analyze what's going through in the market and what are the effects we can see in the stocks. So the market is falling. We'll just go through the quick review of it and look how it is doing as of now, right? So currently we are able to see that there is some negativity in the market and it has fallen a bit. It was falling a lot at the range of 12 p.m. and after that it has started to make a recovery. If you look at the volatility index of the market, it is increased by 8%, which is a very high risk as of now. And but the Nifty next 50 stocks, apart from the top 50 stocks listed in Nifty, the next 50 stocks are positive by 60 point. So it is a good sign as of now because we are seeing Nifty next 50 doing positive currently. And if you look at the Nifty bank, it is trading around it is consolidating at the same levels. It has neither increased nor decreased. There is a minimal decrease of around 36 point, which is not a major decrease or increase, we can say. In Sensex, we see Sensex has overall fallen more 0.51%. If we look at the FII data, look at the FII data. What FII data is having we as of now? So FII, looking into the FII data, yes, on Friday we have seen there was a net buy from FII. FII have bought 2335 crores of money, right? FI have about 2335 crores of rupees and the net profit was at the level of 1603. So this was a net, sorry, not net profit, it is a net revenue. Net buying FII have shown on the 13th of December. If you look from last 11 and 12th of December, it was showing negative, it was showing red mark in that. And on 13th of December, it is showing some greenish and it has made some positive gains in it. So these are the levels we are saying. If you look at the worldwide indices, the Nifty, Gift Nifty CFD is negative, right? The Dow Jones Industrial Average is positive. The Nasdaq, US markets are positive, not by much, but by 0.07, 0.01%. And overall, if you see the Hong Kong, Germany, Swiss, right, all are negative as of now. So look at the margin FTSE, SAC, DAX, Swiss market CFD, Nikkei, 225 CFD, Hang Seng CFD are all negatives as of now. So these are the levels we are seeing. It is all negative, and so we are seeing overall global market coming negative as of now. If you look at the latest share market news, like key things change for market over weekend. If you go through the market news, what are the seven key things that changed for a market over a weekend? Gift Nifty Asian market to Bitcoin prices. So Bitcoin prices, if we see, has been fluctuating a lot, right? So if you look Indian stock market, Asian market traded mostly higher while the USA market ended mixed last week with the Nasdaq posing fourth consecutive weekly gains. So from last 4 week, if you see Nasdaq has been making consistent gain in the market, right? And the systematic equity market, Sensex and Nifty 50 are expected to open lower on Monday, tracking mixed cues for global market. Asian market also traded higher while the US stock market ended mixed. So Asian markets, most of the Asian markets are trading good at the higher levels, and they have gained Nasdaq also, and US markets are not and having a mixed reaction as of now. If we look at the reaction, a slew of major central banks will announce their monetary policy decisions this week, including US Federal Reserve, one of the most important reserve in the world, not only in the US, in the world. It affects are shown throughout the world. Just remember that US Federal Reserve decisions affects a lot. Bank of Japan and the People Bank of China. So the People Bank of China is also in the pipeline to announce the monetary policy decision. Fed fund futures indicate 96% chance of US Fed will cut by 25 basis point when it gives its policy decisions on 18 December according to CME Watch Fed Watch data. Also, Sensex rallied while the Nifty settled at 0.89% in the Friday close. We expect market to concentrate in a broader range with a gradual up move likely on the back of the sector rotation and stock specific action, said by Srikant Khema, head of research wealth management, Motilal Oswal Financial Services Limited. So this week, market participants will closely monitor key stock market triggers, including U.S. federal interest rate decisions on the other central bank policies, domestic and global macroeconomic data, flow of foreign funds, Russia-Ukraine conflict, U.S. bond crash. So there will be lot of effect taking into the market. If we look, lot of effect will take in the market because many decisions are yet to come uh, from US Federal Reserve to China People's Bank to all of the Russia and Ukraine conflict. The macroeconomic data is yet to be out. The flow of foreign funds is yet to be seen. The US bond yields, crude oil price, and the other global cues. So there are a lot of things to know currently. That's why market is showing the mixed reaction, right? So these are the reaction we are having as of now. We will just go through our analysis for currently. But before our analysis come to a stock specific analysis, we want to go and do the thorough investigation of Hindustan oil exploration. We have seen there are some news regarding Hindustan oil exploration, not only against the Hindustan oil exploration, but overall, if you see the oil and exploration sector, there have been some news revolving around where the government have passed a bill regarding it, which will be benefiting oil and exploration sector as a whole. We will have to look how Hindustan oil exploration is making a good high. Trend is your friend with the bell at the ends. So we are seeing consistent fall in the market from the level of 288. We are seeing a consistent fall in the market, and there are no not a much big players entering into the market. We have to look at the big players entering into the market. There was a big player last in August, and there was an increase after that. But after that, if we see, there have been decrease in the stock. So just look at it. There have been decrease in the stock consistently. There has not been increase in any of the stocks from then. So just remember what we have to look for. We have to wait for the entry where big players are entering, and after that we will be able to make some good highs, right? So this was a condition of Hindustan Oil person. You can just look into it. We will do with the Hindustan Oil Exploration Fundamental Analysis. We will go with the fundamental analysis. We will also go through some sites for doing fundamental analysis of Hindustan Oil Exploration Company. And we have to do in-depth analysis covering financials, right? The industry dynamics and the future outlook. What will be the we will be covering with the financial, with the industry dynamics and the future outlook of the Hindustan Oil Exploration Company. So for that, we will open some genuine sites where we can get the results. So we'll just type it here because it is a very good site to open. Hindustan Oil Exploration. And the ticker tape also will take the help of ticker tape also Hindustan, because it is also a very good site. We have to take our data from various sites. We have to verify it so that we are able to gain most of the data and the correct data, the most of information in from different sites. And whatever it is helpful for you, we will be able to provide you with that. So coming to our presentation, right? So this was our presentation. As of now, we will be doing fundamental analysis of Hindustan Oil Exploration Company and in-depth analysis covering financials, the industry dynamics and the future. So looking after the contents, we have contents regarding income statement analysis. The second we will do with the balance sheet analysis. In income statement analysis, we will look at the revenue growth, we will look at the net profitability, the net profit margin, also the net margin, operating margin as well. So income statement we will do the analysis of that. In the balance sheet analysis, if we look in the balance sheet analysis, we will do with the debt reduction, how it is showing the positive trend in the debt reduction or it is negative, the debt to equity ratio, also the book value and the capital structure. So these are the things we are going to look at the balance sheet. Coming to the cash flow statement, we will be looking how it is having a free cash flow, it is in negative or in positive. We will go through that. Also the effective, how it is effective in managing the cash flow, we will go through that also. And in the industry analysis, we will be looking how industries are performing, what are the prospects of oil and gas exploration industries in current market. Also we will be going through the regulatories, how the regulatories are looking, how what are the government initiatives to improve the industry's positions here. Also in the financial ratio, if you look financial ratio and peer comparison, right? The financial ratio and peer comparison, we will go through the analysis, we will do the valuation, we look at the P ratio, price to earning ratio, we look at the EPS, earning price share per ratio, right? The PB ratio, price to book ratio. We have to go with the economic analysis also. We will just look through why economic analysis plays a very important role and how it will be helpful for you to analyze from the macroeconomic perspective, where we will look into the government data, GDPs and the effects, inflation effect as well. We'll go through, be looking into all of these units. Also we will going doing the SWOT analysis. What after doing SWOT analysis, we only come to know that we have done our 360-degree analysis of a stock, right? So we will be doing with the 360-degree analysis of a stock through SWOT analysis. We will look at the strength, we will look at the weaknesses of a business, we will go through the looking at the opportunities in the business, what are the threats in the business, and after that we will provide you with the future outlook. What are the steps needed to be taken to improve its profitability, to improve its efficiency, to improve its supply chain, right? To how it can improve its operational efficiency and get the profitability done for increasing its net income, right? And once the net income increases, once the profitability of a stock increases, it will be good for you. Now we will then go to the investment advice. What are the investment advice we have for you, right? That's the most important thing for you. Either you should buy or sell a stock, or you should hold or wait for the stock. We have recommendation for that. And after that, we will come to a conclusion. Whatever we have discussed, we will be letting you know and come to a conclusion. So starting with the income statement analysis, if we go to the income statement analysis, just look at the revenue. It has decline of 27.91% year on year. So revenue has declined 27.91%, which is a serious concern for any investor. Net profit is declined by 35.71% year on year decline. Profit margins, operating margins at 25%, net margin at 15%. So we are seeing the profit margins are good, net margins are good. Earning per share is very low. It is around 0.61, which is very low in any industry. We'll just go through the Hindustan oil exploration, review it. So we are seeing on a daily basis, if we see, the Hindustan Oil Exploration Company Limited has made a negative returns for today 0.28%. If we look at the 1 week, right? If you look at the 1 week, it has given a negative return only. We were seeing some bounce back coming up here, but now if you overall see, bounce back was from around the level of 190 195, and it has reached to the level of 205 to 10. But after that there was again fall in that, so there was not much positivity generated. Just look at the positivity it was able to generate due to the 5% return, and after that it is negative by that only, 5 to 6% negative till now, right? So in one weekly basis it is very doing not very good. If you look at the monthly basis, we are seeing it is making a momentum. It is trying to maintain. It is gaining some momentum as of now, but it has to maintain its momentum to grow further. Right? We have seen it. It was trading at the level below of 180 mark, which was a very crucial level, and it has broken that level with a strong volume, right? Why volume plays an important role, we have explained you regarding that. So it has broken that stock with a strong volume, and it has generated you with the returns of 7.39%. Just look at the returns in 1 year time frame. If you look, it has generated you with the decent return 16.03%. But if you compare its low to high, it has almost been double. Just look at it, from if you compare the low to high, it has provided you with the returns of 80%. If you have bought at March 13 and sold at August 2, you would have made a generous return on that. But we are not that lucky that we will be able to buy at the lowest position for a stock and will be able to sell at the highest position, right? So if we look at the Hindustan Aerospace, what industries come into, it comes under the oil and exploration. The It is affected by natural gas, it is affected by crude oil, so we have to monitor that too. If you look at the industry, we have Hindustan Oil Exploration, right? It is into oil and gas sector, and industry is exploration and production. It explores and product and do the production of it. We're just going through the data we have, right? So currently looking now, if we look at the Hindustan oil exploration, it comes under the energy, oil and gas exploration and production. It is a small cap stock. It only has a market cap of 2721 crores, which is not much, because we know the small cap stocks which have a market cap of less than 20,000 crore are called small cap stocks, and the stock is 3.35x volatile as Nifty, right? So stock is volatile by 3.35x as Nifty. The financial ratio P, if we look at the P ratio, it is 12, and the sector P is also around 12.05. So it is maintaining an average with the sector, and it is not overvalued. So it is neither overvalued nor undervalued as of now. But we have to look what are the financial statements which we have to look for it. So if you look at the income statement, we'll just look at the income statement. The income has been able to increase from 167 crores. Just look at the income, 167 crore revenue, right, to 800 crores of revenue. So there has been massive jump. Massive means massive jump in its revenue. So it is trying to increase the revenue on yearly basis. Just look at the revenue it holds. The net income has almost been 10 times. Net income has increased from 20 crores to 226 crores. So net income has almost been 10x as of now, right? EPS, if you look, it was 1.51, and now the EPS has grown to 17.12. So look at the EPS it is generating. It is generating a lot of EPS, earning per share, right? The DPS and payout ratio are zero. If you look at the income statement, higher than industry revenue growth over the last 5 years, revenue has grown at yearly rate of 23.35% versus the industry average of 7.39%. So from the last 5 years, if you look, revenue has grown at a yearly rate of 23.35% and versus the industry average of 7.39%. So these are the revenue growth we have seen at a yearly rate of 23.35%, right? So it is much higher than the industry average. It has grown only at the level of 7.39%. So it is making a remarkable gains in terms of revenue. The market share will be obviously increasing. The market share has increased from 0.06 to 0.12%, right? And it has lower than industry net income. If you look at the net income over the last 5 years, the net income has grown at a yearly of 7.36% versus the industry average of 10.43%. So this is the income we are having. It has a lower income which is showing at a yearly rate of 7.35 7.63%, but whereas industry has grown its average income to 10.43%. So it is the level which we are seeing. If so, this was the analysis for our income statement, right? Income statement has declined by 27.91% on year-on-year basis. If we compare with the last year data, net profit is minus 35.71% year-on-year decline. Profit margins, if we look, operating profit margin at 25%, so net profit margin is at 15%. Earning per share is at 0. Data we are having. So coming to the cash flow analysis, we have a positive free cash flow despite reduced revenue and effective cash flow management, investing activities, capital expenditure and expenditure. Just go to the cash flow and look into it, what it is doing currently, right? So before coming to the cash flow, we'll just go to the cash flow and then the balance sheet. If you look at the cash flow, it has been able to maintain the positive cash flow. Last year 115 crores net change in cash was there. If you look at the free cash flow, it has been consistently maintaining its free cash flow. From last 2 years it has been positive. It was a negative till 2022, and from the last year 2023 it has been maintained its positivity and made a good just look at it. It has made a positive cash flow in 2023 also and 2024 also, 147.52 crore and 104.09 crore. So these are the positive cash flow we have seen here. The free cash flow is positive here, right? And if you look at the balance sheet, the total assets, if you look, the assets have been consistently increasing. The assets have been consistently increasing from 1527 crores to 1951 crores, right? The assets have consistently increased till then, but there was a much not much increase in assets. But if you look at the liabilities has been constant from the year 2022 to 2024. So liabilities have not increased much. It was around the level of 774 crores to 777 crores. Like it is stagnant, not much increase, not much decrease. 0.5% is not much increase or decrease in revenue we have to consider, right? But if you look at the total assets have increased 15272 to 1951 crores. So there was an increase in assets by 400 crores, around 20 to 30%, but there haven't been any increase in liabilities. So it is a very good sign for it. If you look at the industry debt to equity ratio over the last 5 years, debt to equity ratio has been 28.38% versus the industry average of 49.34%. So debt to equity ratio has been 28.38% versus, if you look at the industry average, which was around 49.34%. So debt to equity ratio has been quite low, right, comparing debt to equity, right? And it has a higher current ratio. If you look at the last 5 years, it has been able to maintain current ratio, which has been 102.1% versus the industry average of 82.91%. So current ratio is also good. It has at the level of 102.1% versus the industry average, which is at the level of 82.92%. So before going to the industry dynamics and peer positioning, we will just go through the investor presentation. It has currently in the November 15th, we have come up with the investor presentation. Just look at the date. On the day of November 15th, we have done with the investor presentation. We'll just zoom it to make you more clear and visible. So we have Hindustan Oil Exploration Company Limited earning present for quarter two. Just look at the picture; it is looking very great. It is between the sea levels, and it is looking very good. So Taylor asset portfolio with broad geographical presence, right? It is doing onshore oil welling, offshore oil well, onshore gas, offshore gas, onshore exploration. So it is into the five broad categories. It has a diversified portfolio. We talk about the diversification in portfolio, and it is that maintaining its diversification in the businesses as well. It is in the onshore oil well, offshore oil well, onshore gas, onshore exploration. India focus assets portfolio tailored to deliver our straight development of discovered resources. Strong offshore presence with the anchor assets on both east coast. Just look, it is having businesses in Gujarat also, in the Gujarat unit, right? In the Azjol, North Baloch, Palej, and in the northeast also, in the Gujarat, in the west and northeast, in the east of northeast region of India. So it is having all four units, and in also in Maharashtra and in Tamil Nadu. So it is maintaining a good portfolio from west to east. In the north, we don't have any sea or something where we will able to dig into the oil. So it has covered mostly all the areas from Gujarat, Maharashtra to Tamil Nadu to northeast, where we can have some possibilities of discovering oil or like generating like exploration of oil, right? So out of 10 blocks with different producing units, just look, out of 10 producing basins in India with HOC presence. So it has uniquely present. So it is uniquely placed with right organization and right assets portfolio to deliver superior value. Just look at its focus on discovered resource. What it is focusing on, right? What it is focusing on? It is focusing on discovered resources. Focus on discovered oil and gas resources to reduce the risk. It has maintained a fast tech execution to bring resources to monetization quickly. Exploration in prolific petroliferous basins, right? So it is maintaining its focus, and it is discovering the oil and exploration sector also. So coming to the growth strategy, what growth strategy it is following? Built on the offshore operating age, right? It is built on offshore operating age. It has captive service assets for oil and gas, sees growth opportunity in offshore and northeast with established footprint. So we have been discussing that it has been diversified its business from the Gujarat to Tamil Nadu to the northeast region. So it has covered major ports area. If you look, if it is able to expand in the West Bengal sector also, it will be just good for it. But as of now, it is maintaining its balance. Maybe some, if they are waiting for the profitability to generate, or they are waiting for expansion in the West Bengal, right? If they are able to make the entrance in the West Bengal, they will be able to see more gains coming out of it. So create growing responsibility, like we have been growing responsibly. So creating a long-term stakeholder value and grow responsibility. They have maintained some responsibility in growth. They are making stakeholders. They are individuals, community, environment, everything. Right. If you look at the operational highlights, the quarter two financial year 2024 2025 operational highlights, if we go through that, we have gross production BOEPD. Just look at to it. If you look at the gross production, so the quarter two financial year 2024 and 2025, the gross production was 5230 crores, and it was around for quarter around, if quarter one if we see, it was around 7066 crores. So it has reduced a bit as of now. And the net production, if we see, for the net production there was also a decrease from 2443 crores to 1886 crores. So there is an increase decrease of around 20% if we calculate the, right, average production per day has gas 115.03 mmfcfd and condensated around 237 bpd. We are doing an in-depth analysis of a stock in the second session of our stock. We do the in-depth analysis. So be concentrated. You will be able to understand where our money is being invested, right? Where our money is been going, and where we are investing the money. We are not investing the money in the wrong direction. We are able to look at the directions very positively. So we have updates for several offshores. Like if you look at the PY1, interpretation of reprocessed seismic data is completed, geological models devised, and there will be well locations identified. So they are identifying three wells location where they will be able to go and dig and make oil and exploration units more stronger for their company. The third party expert review confirm the prospective well location, and this will be again reviewed by a firm of expert in fracture basement. Once they are able to get, they will be applying for the new environmental clearance, and there will be three more wells coming for the Hindustan exploration, which is very good, right? If you look at the Cambe, environmental clearance is obtained for drilling four new wells in North Balol and Asjol. Work over of Palage SPD. Sorry for my mistake if I have many. Palage is like quite complicated word. Palage SPD1 with SRP is planned. Expected to enhance production to about 300 BOPD. So it is increasing its revenue. If you look at the units, it is maintained. We have been given information with the Mumbai offshore operational update. These are the updates we have. You can just take the screenshot, or even you can go through the investor presentation from the company side and download all the presentations you have, right? We have the updates with the DROC production phase 2 development. We have the representation of redevelopment, right? PY1 redevelopment offshore platform, 55 mm SCFT, 56 kilometer subsea pipeline. So it is talking about the clearance and waiting approval in the Tamil Nadu area. Khasan phase 1 development plan. It is talking about the development plan 2, the Cambe developments, right, which is happening in as Jol, North Baloj and Palej, marginal fields at Cambe. So it is happening there also. Exploration update, we process the 3D seismic data and final well location release. So it has been released. RC was signed on 7th of March 2019. So this was a financial highlight. If you look at the consolidated statements of profit or loss, just look at the consolidated statement of profit or loss. Hindustan Oil Exploration Company. So revenue from operations, if you see quarter two 2025, it is around 94.81 crores, which have decreased of significantly from 136 crore 15. And for financial year 2024, it was around 749. If you multiply, it has decreased a lot, right? We have to maintain the growth in the third quarter and the fourth quarter as well. So if you look at the total revenue, it was 99.5 at around 100 crores, around 150 crores. But in financial year 24, we have a revenue of 767 crores. So let's see if it is able to reach its revenue or not, or it keeps on decreasing. So total expenses, if we see, it is making expenses and profit before tax. If you look at the profit before tax, 13.41 crore. Last time it was 48.50 crore. And overall profit, if you look at the 24 year, it is 248.29 crores. So this is the profit we have. The consolidated statement of assets and liabilities, if you see, just look at the assets and liabilities. Particularly, it is written in crore. So whatever the numbers we provide are mostly in crores, and some of the numbers are in millions. But mostly, if we assume whatever the numbers we are providing are given in crores, right? So just look into that and maintain some maintain that we are looking at the number in crores only. So it has been long session. Like we will be having another 18 minutes of session. It is more than 1 hour. So we are going more and more deep, and whatever the stocks, whatever the assets, whatever liabilities we are having, we will go into that. So coming to the equities and liabilities, just look at it. The equity is around 1226.98 crores in the H1 financial year. Last year, the equity was 1174 crores, and in 23 947.20 crores. If you look at the non-current liabilities, we'll just go through the major points. Non-current liabilities, if you look, it has decreased for as of now. Till now, the in financial year 23 it was 356, and 24 it was around 341. If you look at the current liabilities, including what the current liabilities include, it includes financial liabilities, it includes long term borrowings, it also includes other financial liabilities, it includes provisions, it includes deferred tax liability, right? So these are the liabilities we are having as of now. So long-term borrowings, what do we look at the long-term borrowing? 64.84, 72.40. Provisions we have 169.95, and deferred tax liability is at 14.43. And if you look at the current liabilities, if we have 366.95 is the current liability. So the liabilities, no, current liabilities is more than the non-current liabilities. If you look at the total equities and liabilities, if we add up all the liabilities, it will come around 1915 crore, right? If you look at the assets, non-current assets, what are the non-current assets? We include property, plant and equipment, right? From oil, gas, others, work in progress, investment property, right? What are the capital work in progress as of now? The investment property, intangible assets, financial assets. In financial study, we see investment in associate, deposit under site restoration fund, other bank balances, other financial assets, income tax assets, other not current assets, right? In current asset, if you see, the inventory is the financial asset, the investment, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, other bank balances, other financial assets, income tax assets, net, and other current assets. So these are the things which we have to look into the assets, current and non-current assets. If you look at the standalone statement of profit or loss, revenue from operations till now, if you see, 47.43 crores in the quarter two of it. In quarter one, we are seeing a profit of 65.16 crores. So it has to maintain a good profit. We are not seeing a good profit generation from Hindustan Aerospace. We have to look how it is maintaining the profitability growth, right? In financial year 2024, if you look 464.00, and financial year 23, we have a revenue profit revenue from operations is around 381.05 crore. So the revenue has taken a dip. Just look at, revenue has taken a dip from it. So we have to look how it is increasing to maintain its growth. We have to look on that. If you look at the total revenue, it is around 54.01 crore this quarter, and in last quarter we had 77.48 crores of revenue. Total expenses, if we look, 52.90, 66.09, and it is, so the net profit, the total comprehensive income, if we look, it was around 11 crore last quarter, 1 crore this quarter, 83.76 quarter. So are you able to see that it is maintaining some growth or not? It is like, will it be reaching its mark? Can you tell me? Will it be reaching its mark? We have to wait for the result to come out, the annual report to come out, right? So we'll just wait till then. If you look at the capital market data, HOEC as compared to S&P, BSE, oil and gas, HOEC is negative, right? HOEC has increased around 10 to 16%, but the S&P, BSE, oil and gas sectors have increased more. Why these movements are coming? We can see these movements are coming because we are seeing that there has been not much increase in market share of the company, right? The profitability is dying, the revenue from its operations are going down. So that's why there has been decrease in that. So we have come to our conclusion. Thank you for this investor presentation we have from Hindustan Aerospace. So this was all about company investors presentation. If we have gone through, right, we are annual report is pending for 2025. We have to wait for annual report to come. If we look at the peer comparison, so we have done the industry analysis and also the stock analysis for this stock, right? Just look into it. We have done through it, industry dynamics and peer positioning, right? Now we will do the valuation of peers. We'll go through it. We will just look into it. So if you look at the peers and comparison, what are its valuation? If you look in Hindustan Oil Expression, if you look, the P ratio is around 12.02. Oil and natural gas (ONGC) have a P ratio of 6.57. The Oil India have a P of 12.05, and the Asian Energy Services is having P of 60.10. So it is maintaining its P is neither expensive nor very undervalued, right? It has a P of just 12.02, which is at par. If you look at the technicals, the RSI is above 85.35. Even after a lot of fall, the RSI is at 85.35. ONGC is at 60.07. RSI is at that. Oil India Limited have a RSI of 642.74, and Asian Energy Services Limited have a RSI of 56.43. So these are the RSI we have seen. Only Hindustan Oil Exploration is going with the RSI of more than 70. So it is showing that it has overbought, and we can expect the momentum to grow. If we compare the prices of it, right? Forecast, we will leave the forecast because we are having our own forecast. If you look at the prices of it, Hindustan Oil Exploration ONGC is able to generate you with the profitability of 24, and Hindustan Oil Exploration is yet to explore. We look at the oil, right? If you look at the oil company, it has been able to generate 87.35% of returns. And if you look at the Hindustan Oil Exploration Company, it is not able to generate returns for the investor. So it is holding a lot of potential in it. Lot of potential means a lot of growth in it, right? So this was the financial ratio and peer comparison. P ratio is at 18.1 comparing with the peers like ONGC P of 12.5. If you look at the return on equity, HOEC at 18.3%, ONGC at 14%. If you look at the price to book value of return, HOEC 2.1 versus Crane, Kai in India 1.1.8, right? So if we look at the balance sheet analysis, debt reduction, positive trend in debt management, so we have seen some positive trend in debt management as well. Debt to equity ratio reduced, indicating lower risk. So there has been debt reduction in it, positive trend in debt management, debt to equity ratio reduced, indicating lower risk. Book value, if you look, it is around 92.8 per share. Capital structure is around strong equity base, right? If you look at the economic analysis, crude oil prices, impact of global supply demand factors, right? What will be the economic analysis, right? What will be the economic analysis of it? We have to go and look in the crude oil prices, impact of global supply demand factors, inflations and interest rate. We have to look at the impact of global supply demand factors. We have to look at the crude oil prices, what crude oil prices are acting in a global market, what will be the effect, what will be the dollar, it will be increasing or decreasing. If the dollar price increases, the products the purchase of crude oil price will be also increasing, right? Because it will become expensive as an Indian, or the countries which are not following dollars, which don't have a dollar as a reserve currency, will be facing a lot of problem, right? So we have to look after that. We have to look inflation and interest rates, effects on exploration cost and profitability. So what are the effects on exploration cost and profitability? How the inflation, the interest rate will play an important role. Next come the regulatory environments, policies affecting energy sector growth, policies affecting the energy sector growth. So we have to look into that. SWOT analysis, strength. We have to look at the strength. After doing the SWOT analysis, only we are coming to the end of our 360-degree analysis of any stock. Right after doing the SWOT analysis, going into the looking at the strength, the strong operational efficiency. It has a low debt. So, if you look at the strength of a businesses for Hindustan Oil Exploration, it has strong operational efficiency and has maintained a low debt, which is a very positive sign. If you look at the weaknesses, declining revenue in recent quarters. So these are the weaknesses we have in the businesses. It has revenue has been declining consistently. What are the opportunities? Just look into it. I will just explain to you. If you look at the opportunities, new exploration ventures, global oil prices, right? It has been trying to gain into the new oil exploration. It has identified three sites where the oil exploration could take place, which will be positive for it. And global oil, if the global oil prices recover, we can see opportunity in the stock and to invest and to make more of our money. If you look at the threats, it has a regulatory hurdles, price volatility, competition. So these are the threats we are having. We are having regulatory hurdles, price volatility, and competition. So there has been much competition in oil and exploration gas sector. We have seen competitors like ONGC, right? We have seen competitors like Oil India Limited. So these are the main competitors which have a very good hold in oil and exploration sector, and their names are very well known. They comes under the mid cap to large cap stock. So these are the threats available for it. If we look at the future outlook, what will be the future outlook for it? We have to look the exploration growth. If it is maintaining the exploration growth and it is focused on expanding reserves and production, it has to focus on that. For the profitability, we have to see recovery expected as oil price stabilizes. So for the profitability and revenue growth, we have to see if there is some stability in the prices of our oil, so that the recovery can happen. What will the long term strategy? Diversification into the renewable energy sources. So this will be the diversification into renewable energy sources as well. So, what are our investment advice? The most important thing in our presentation is to provide you with investment advice. The most important thing, just remember, whatever the analysis we are doing, whatever the research we are doing it for investment, and here you comes for the investment advice. So, what investment advice we have to look at the operational efficiency, strong track record in managing oil fields with solid margins and low debt. So it has a strong track record in managing oil fields with solid margins and low debt. Growth potential, if you look, focus on expanding reserves and increasing productions, offer long term growth. So it has a this growth potential. If you look at the oil price sensitivity, it is benefiting from potential recovery in global oil prices. So these are the oil price sensitivity we have. It has been benefiting from potential recovery. So debt reduction, healthy liquidity and reduced debt enhance financial stability. If you look at the more attractive valuation, it is showing some moderate valuations. A P ratio indicates room for growth. It has a low P. We have seen a P at around 12, which is not much high and neither low. It is trying to maintain its P at a lower level only because it has not much high P as of now, right? If you look at the strategic position, the key player in the Indian energy sector with a favorable long-term prospect, because it has a market share very low, we are seeing expansion in that oil exploration sector that will make the stock to grow. What conclusion we are having? Conclusion: despite recent challenges, HOEC's financial fundamentals remain strong. Whatever the challenges it has faced, the oil exploration challenges, the crude oil prices, the natural oil prices, the difficulties in maintaining revenue, it has maintained a strong fundamentals, like financial fundamentals, the income statement, the revenue, the balance sheet. It has able to maintain a strong hold on that. Coming to the debt management, it is able to manage a good level of debt. Operational efficiency are there and margins provide stability. So these are the things we are looking into it. Also, we have to keep eye on oil price trends all over the world, which is it occurring, why it is occurring, and how it will be helpful for them. So, also the regulatory changes for future growth. What are the regulatory changes we can see? We have made four position in Hindustan Oil Exploration, so it was very important to make you understand why we are holding till now. From Hindustan Exploration, we have been and making our entry at the level of 240. We have made our second entry at the level of 236. The third entry was at 218. The fourth entry was at around 210. So this was the four entry which we have made in Hindustan Oil Exploration, and we have an average of 226. We have explained previously also. We had an average of 226, and if it reaches the 226 margin, we will be at the average prices. We will be neither making profit, neither making loss. And once it reaches the level of 237, we will be able to see much more growth coming up. So be ready for that. The growth will be coming and it will be bouncing back. The Hindustan Oil Expression will bounce back and make some good returns for you. And once it is bouncing back with a good volume, once it is breaking the resistance with a good volume, we will be able to see much more growth coming up. So this was our PPT regarding the fundamental analysis of Hindustan Oil Exploration, where we have explained the income statement, the balance sheet statement, the cash flow, the industry dynamics, the peer positioning, the financial ratios, and peer comparison, the economic analysis, the SWOT analysis, the future outlook, the investment advice, and the conclusion. Each and everything we have provided to you on this live streaming. So whatever stocks, whatever strategy we are following with the good with a good hold on that, right? With our insights we are providing with the good research, so just remember that. And till now we have been proving our research as well. If we look at the profitability which we are able to generate, we have generated 232% of profitability till now out of 53 positions we have taken. So we have closed around 37 trades till now, and we able to generate 232% of profitability. And in just 3 months, we are able to generate you with the profitability of 232%. So on an average, if you look, we are able to generate you with the profitability of 80 to 90% of profitability. Are you able to generate that profit by yourself? Just let me know in the comment section, that I'll be able to know. But I know most of your answers who are not following our recommendation will be no. So what you are waiting for? Join our live streaming session, get insights, and be active. Make a consistent gain in the market, because making gain in the market is not that much difficult. We are here providing you with the consistent gain, and making money for us is not hard. It's very easy in the market. You just have to have a right guidance, right advice. So stay tuned till the next session. We will be coming with next session with a new updates, with a new knowledge for you, and you will be getting more of insights into it. Still then, stay tuned, and happy